over. It's time to do a deep dive into this amazing mystical detective game. It has some seriously heavy predictive programming in it, especially related to the medical field, the field of psychiatry, war, trauma, and how people are profiteering from it. Bunch of war profiteering criminals everywhere you see, but it's a lot of drama, like family drama. Let's just resume where we left off last time.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
I didn't want to arrest you, kid.
The last mission was hilarious. We both screwed up big time. It was like a small time mission kind of thing, and this guy's pissed off with us for some reason now.
What's with that getup of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
What?
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now.
Oh my
People
God.
judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
Oh God, I need to really... I mean, I don't know what I did wrong last mission. I think there was a bug. It wouldn't let me see some clue that I was supposed to see. I literally scanned the entire bloody map of this game. I'm not even joking, to see if I can find the clue that would let me proceed. But nope.
Can you drive to this
So
one?
long as you don't mind that I'm not listening.
And yes, this is one of those games that just... Rockstar didn't even have to try too hard with this game. They
We
just-
recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
This guy looks very shaken up.
I haven't seen much, Detective. The suit's waiting upstairs can give you the story.
Nope, he hasn't.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
Hey, it's my old friend.
Fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead. Phelps?
Val, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest.
Oh, this case.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
I don't remember anything, obviously, because I doubt I even progressed so much in the game last time when I tried it in like 2011. But this case is about a bathtub drowning, right? Where have we seen that before in the mainstream media? All these celebrities having a bathtub drowning death ritual kind of thing going on. And did the coroner just give away like an important clue as to figure out if they actually died in the bathtub, or let's just go ahead and check?
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Bro, you can't blame me for like not moving on to the other part because it's a little...
On the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
Yeah, the controls are quite laggy. I have to apply like fixes and whatnot to play it on 60 FPS and...
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Excellent.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
It spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
The morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her in these photos? She's something else.
Yes.
Junk.
Junk.
Miss Julie was...
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with the voice, huh? She got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore. So she ran herself a bath and downed some pills, and then she just drifted off.
I don't know. Miss Julie, she always had so much fire, so much drive. I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear.
There. It's okay.
Junk. Irrelevant. Nope.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Is that a selfie?
There's been a modeling assignment.
Oh, there it is.
It's a place to start.
Is she having an affair?
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Just trying to make sure I got everything, bro. Relax. Ooh, this is a nice room.
Looks like barbiturates.
Move.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Damn.
We should speak to a doctor.
331.
Drugs would make her life a roller coaster. Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Look, I can't nothing to tell you, and I can't work with you under my goddamn nose every second.
What? What the hell? Move aside, idiot. Huh. Junk. Junk.
It would take a smarter man than me to detect that.
Junk. All of it.
I'm not sure this means much.
Let's see what's going on. Groceries, grocery bag. Where's the meats? Don't they eat some meat?
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Is she telling the truth? Is she lying?
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about. If you were any kind
Oh,
of
no.
detective,
Dude!
blame all this on Miss Julia.
Dude, how are you supposed to get? This is why this game didn't do well, I'm guessing, bro. No, I don't go.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Ha! Idiot.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
You're hiding something, Mrs. Reynolds. There's something about Julia's past that you don't want to tell me.
And how do you come to that conclusion, young man? What makes you think I know anything about her past?
Looks like I was mistaken.
What was the question?
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynolds, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high school.
Yay!
Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. The way it's turned out, though, isn't.
Thanks, Mrs. Reynolds. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
I don't care, it's okay, let's just move on. Alright, let's move on. Na 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 na.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Phelps looks like he's stoned, man.
You think Carruthers has called it right? He rarely gets it wrong. I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Yep, found it.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done here.
Yep.
Help me out.
Our doctor was prescribing enough pills to stop a horse. Maybe we should pay him a visit.
Doctor, I'm gonna listen to whatever this guy said, bro. Run, run, Phelps, run.
Isn't that the
You're behind the wheel.
All right.
Dr. Stoneman's practice. I want to go collect some. I'm going to go to the drugstore.
That broad's got socks in his ear.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing off his lunch.
The scene restores. The asinine store.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Is that all? Oh my god, I'm zoning out on the clues. I think I'm going to cheat. I don't want to lose. I'm not a loser. I'm not a loser. I'll just cheat a little bit. Noire. Like it's city DLC, no wonder, bruv. Dress store owner, truth, none. Okay. That's all. Nah.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
So moved up. What?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Henry. Who is this head?
did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiance, Henry Arnett.
Truth, right? Come on, let me get one thing correct, bro. Let me get one thing correct. Truth, okay, I knew it. Both the truth, she seems innocent enough. Is she though? Is she though? Oh, the slow motion has started for no reason. For no reason, slow motion has started.
Beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Okay. Now Henry's a suspect.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
How did she done go get herself in trouble now?
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we going?
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door.
Hahaha. I'll be back with a sweet little jump. Because I need to get some coffee. So where were we in the game? What's going on? This poor little lady has been murdered and everybody liked her. She was good looking and the customers were interested in her more than the dresses.
Out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
I'm just enjoying the view. This game is so good, bro. Every single location of this game. Obviously, it is Oh, last generation, like PlayStation 3 generation. But come on, guys, it has so much detail into it. And to think that they are able to cram all of this up in like 10, 20, 10, 15 GB or whatever, like,
Cole, we got things to do.
even I'm doing a little bit something that I want to do, bro. Cole. I'm going to soon look like Cole. My eyes are going to soon look like Cole's eyes in this game. This game suffers from big head syndrome, don't you think? It feels like everybody has like a much larger head than what anatomically should be technically possible, right? I don't know. I've always felt like this game gave off a very, like the whole game has this extremely realistic looking expressions, and even if they're low resolution, they're still very realistically, but unfortunately everybody just has a big head. If that like just slightly reduce the amount of the size of everybody's heads.
Wake up, Cole.
So hilarious. Cole is sleeping on the job. Cole is sleeping on the job. Wake up, look at his face. Wake up, Cole.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Oh my god.
Investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
Ha, no. No, you're going to be interrogated. You can cry all you want. You're going to be interrogated, bruv. Bruv. Where are you?
The main reason Santa's so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls live.
Hurts to walk, hurts to sit down, and now I got police riding me like I'm a criminal. Get lost.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Okay. Of course. Not if it compromises you.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Barely at all. 6 months or so. I'm going to see what the answer is. Lie. Doubt. See, I don't care. I'm here for the analysis. Because, I mean, I could have... 46 years.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
I have access to this prescription, bro.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Three people replied to me. What? What was that again?
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Doubt.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
We'll stay in touch. Where's the phone?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
You can drive.
Do we know where we're going?
Have you noticed how Croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work.
Yep.
And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Detectives Phelps and Earl here to see the coroner.
Yes, Detective. He's waiting for you in the examination room.
The women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Oh. Where's the examination room?
Fuck you! Cole, Roy,
What the
I have
fuck?
some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising
Ugh.
confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Ah! Okay, I got it. If there's no more clue to be there, shouldn't. Comet
I
P.
don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Why is this guy such a prick? I don't get it, man. Something psychotic going on in his brain all the time. Well, I understand that you're, seeing.
Drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed? We're here now.
I understand you, but thousands wouldn't.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Did I miss something? Did I miss something?
I'm at a loss.
We should see what we can shake out of our net while we got him in the interview room.
Interview room?
You got a problem, pal? Wish I could afford that. The women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you
Shut up, you idiot.
Hey! Fuck you!
Huh.
You're behind the wheel.
Where are we going? This is the place.
Goddamn Harry thinks he could get fresh whenever he pleases.
What the hell is the LAPD up to these days?
He was in the bathroom.
Mr. Arnett, I'm
He's
Detective
taking
Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
27, this guy, okay.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Haha, lying.
Come clean with us, Arnett. Was Miss Randall your mistress? Is that how she could afford such a lavish lifestyle? That's a ridiculous allegation. How could you possibly prove that I paid for Julia's things?
Well, are there any leads? Now you want me to lie. No entiendo. Is the captain...
Where is her?
Maybe to sign some papers or something?
Dude, where is that?
Don't stalk around. Were you there?
Oh no!
We were strictly business.
Okay.
Julia and I came from different social backgrounds.
Wrong. Oh my god. Can I just like... I don't want to get things wrong by mistake. I got it wrong by mistake.
Miss
I don't
Randall's
care.
landlady said she was seeing an older man. Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Can I post this there?
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson? Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Wrong. Bro, I need to quit this. Bro, how do you get... How do you play this game and get everything correct, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, how... Like, I'm just not going to take any more chances now. I'm just going to straight away... just...
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
Is anybody making coffee soon? I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence. Hey, do you guys need to stick around much longer?
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is
Let out.
Detective Earl. Thanks for coming. Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
My god.
How well did you know Julia Randall? Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite. Answer the question. This will remain private. Heather won't have to know.
Huh.
Yes. We had relations.
Obviously, man. No guy and a woman can be friends. Yeah, he's like... no, man.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man. Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Can I post this there? I ain't talking to you.
Where is the housekeeper statement here, bro? What was the thing?
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man. Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Where's the phone?
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about. Easy on, detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Hey, do you guys need to stick around much longer?
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco. Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get something from this guy. She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. Do you think she might have convinced him to buy it for her? Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious. Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc? No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Let's see how he freaks out.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Goddamn captain said he'd resubmit the paperwork.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That'll be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
Deserter.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Not as an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Careful, we'll get spotted at this distance.
Spotted. Root beer. Nah, bro, I hate drinking. I hate alcohol. Oh no, I hate it. At the most, I'll drink wine, and that I'll drink that like I'm drinking juice or something, man.
Never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Whoa, back off before we get made. Spooked him. Back into traffic, Phelps, now.
What? What am I supposed to do?
Damn it, everyone's looking at us, Cole.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Perfect.
Clean job. It has to be a clean job.
Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Oh, this is such a relaxing game, man. But at the same time, it is so engaging. Like you are fully engaged no matter what. It's just like a very slow pace. You can speed it up if you like.
Here's what I heard. That cop outside in the yard. What are you doing?
No! No! I made a fool of myself.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Puff it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done.
I am going to puff it in a bit if you just let me. Hey! Okay. I just need to do it. I just need to do it once. Okay, I'm done. Nope.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here. He bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
I tried to
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to Hollywood Station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat, Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks for your help.
let's do
His
this.
name is Phelps. He brought in that case of that poor lady killed in City Hall.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? One another.
Can you drive to this one?
All right, where to?
A trick like that. A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Oh my God.
Throw out the guns.
You're covered, Phelps.
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
You don't start shooting at cops, bro.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them. They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Yes, I came here about my driver. Well, you were recommended by Dr. Deck.
You can drive.
Do we know where we're going? You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
Damn,
Man
it
held
looks
down
so
Randall
good.
While someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
We caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc.
He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
It could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the
Oh my
cigarette case on
god. Oh my god, are you serious? About it. What is the cigarette case? Huh? What? Where is the... It's the Bible, constant in belief.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox. It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud. Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Is there anything I missed? Do you think I missed something?
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Damn.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Any ideas?
Okay. We check out this Eastern broad and see if we can make the link between the burglars and Arnett.
Where is okay?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Poor guy.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
It's not enough.
Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. I have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
This old lady is so funny. Look at her face. Oh, it's so funny. What is that expression? They can't lie. Like I said, I'm not going to take any chances. Life averages grow lighter. Lighter? Oh my god. Oh my god. So the outcome is none. That's fine. I don't have the lighter, man. My god.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Ruth.
were in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Huh. I'm not gonna drive. Bro, I don't want to drive. God, why?
Goddamn maniac!
Where am I driving?
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What a sock in it, sister.
Huh.
You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Use the stupid brightness of
This car cost me a fortune, you moron!
this. Why does it sound like a trash can? Why does it sound like a trash can?
Get blood on this car.
Did I kill somebody? I remember one sequence I brutally killed two ladies at the same time. It was so brutal. It was so brutal.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
You're paying for every last scratch. I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna take a break after this cutscene is done. Yup.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Ha 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 ha. Let's take a big break. I'm gonna eat.